Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back and thank you for clicking. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful headband. If you're new to my channel, I say welcome once again. On this channel I share DIY crafts, fashion and beauty videos, most especially DIY videos. You can join the family by clicking on the subscribe button, tap the bell icon and be sure to select the option to receive all notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Now let's get started. My fabric is cut out using the measurement 21 inches by 6 inches, and I folded it in half this way, and I'm going to just mark that point to get the center of the piece of fabric. That's the center. All right, so I just mark. I hope you can see my chalk is not that visible, okay, but that's the center of the piece of fabric. Then I place it this way with the right side facing up, and I fold in half like this. So from this end I'm going to measure about 3 inches. Then I come to the other side and do the same. I measure 3 inches from the edges inward, 3 inches. Then I'm going to measure about 1.5 inches upward on one side of the fabric. I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. Then I do a curve right here. Just watch what I'm doing. So after doing that, I'm going to use my scissors to cut off the part that I marked. This will be repeated on the other side of the fabric. Now over to the center of the fabric that I marked the other time, I'm going to place my measuring tape and measure 4 inches to my right and do 4 inches to my left. 4 inches to my right, then 4 inches to my left, and I marked. I'm going to turn it to the other side as well and do the same, so that we can have a straight line. So these are my marks. As you can see, I have 3 marks on the piece of fabric with 4 inches distance. Okay, so I'm going to fold like it is already folded. I just fold like that, and I sew from one end to the other end, then leave an opening of about 2 inches on this part that I'm touching, about 3 inches, for us to turn the fabric inside out. Okay, after sewing, this is what I have, and I just bring the sewn parts to the center of the fabric like this, and look at the way I'm going to be picking the fabric. I just use my 2 fingers to pick from the center. That's the center we marked earlier, the center of the piece of fabric. I just picked like that, and I tack with my needle and thread neatly. I can just pick and turn to form something like a circle, then I tacked with my needle and thread. Now, after tacking on that part, I cut off the excess thread. I come to the line, that's where I mark to the right of the center of the fabric, and I do the same and tacked. Okay, remember that the distance between where the first part I tack and where I am tacking right now is 4 inches. That's from the center of the piece of fabric to my right is 4 inches. So I do the same and I tacked. Now over to the mark on the left of the center of the fabric or the piece of fabric, I repeat the same, and I use my needle and thread to secure it. Having done that, we come to where we have the opening, and use that opening to turn the right side of the piece of fabric out. Okay, make sure that you must have sewn the edges while it's still on the wrong side. Sew the two edges like that before you turn the right side out like this. Okay, now so where we have our opening, remember we had an opening earlier, we're going to be inserting our plastic headband into our piece of fabric. That's through the opening. We're going to insert it like that. As you can see, I just inserted it in. Okay, and come to the other side and then push the fabric in as well. While pushing the headband into the piece of fabric, make sure that the sewn part or the seam comes to the center of the headband. That's on the upper part of the headband. Okay, that's where we have our design, and it's going to fall on the upper part of the headband. At this junction, I will leave you guys to watch the finishing of my headband. I will recommend you use a thicker fabric. I use a light fabric here. You can use chinos or any other thick fabric of choice for best results. You can either tack with your needle and thread, or you use your glue like this to do the finishing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up, share, and leave a comment below. Do not forget to subscribe if you are yet to. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in our next video. Bye.